how are you?
Hey, Perry.
Hey, what's up, Sharrell? Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I never know what Perry's going to have behind him when he comes up. He finds the craziest backdrops. Okay, really, Perry?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys, I do apologize for being late. Perry likes to schedule other meetings that we have, like really close together. That meeting overran itself. So I do apologize for being late. We've got a lot to talk about today. This is really crazy because mostly we're going to talk about Kyle Richards being a liar. She lies about everything, okay? She just does. We're used to it. We don't even get upset anymore when Kyle lies. Did we know she was lying about Ozempic? Yeah, from day one. When do you remember when this doctor cussed me out and said that I was lying about Ozempic? Do you remember this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was like, I'm a doctor and I know that people aren't taking Ozempic for weight loss. That is just ridiculous. She really cussed my ass out. That's not a lot of things. Have you noticed that, Perry? If we say something first, people get upset.
If you say it, I can say it. You can't say it. Why the fuck you lying? You know what I'm saying? That's what they tell you for some reason. I don't know why. It might be
Harry ain't no good. Harry ain't no good. A lot of people get upset with me if I say things first. Every time I have to say your favorite reality star's getting fired. Oh my God, you're lying, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You're a so-and-so hater. You're a so-and-so hater. Every time, huh?
They go off. Jealousy's real. Jealousy real, folks.
They do. They get so mad at me if I have to say something first, but it is what it is. But this strike, which I'm talking about today, well, they're not even striking. This lawsuit is causing a lot of controversy in the Bravo atmosphere. Okay, first of all, nobody likes to get sued. Period. I get that part. No one likes to be sued. Like when we get sued, we go off. Nobody likes to be sued because if you can stay out of court, it's best to stay out of court. But Bravo was running amok, okay? AKA Universal Studio, NBC Universal is running amok. Some of these things need to be addressed. What's up, Perry and Sharrell? Hi.
What's up, Denzel?
And everyone, I hope y'all are doing well. God bless y'all and y'all family. So sweet. So sweet. Well, also, let me put a warning out there. This is going to be a tough subject to talk about because people feel strong in their convictions. So if you don't want to hear different opinions, I'm gonna start to say this. Please get out the chat because it's the people's channel and everybody's entitled to their opinion. Because you have to tell people this because I was watching Lovely T yesterday. People were going off on her opinion of the Tory Lanez case.
Yeah.
Why do I have to? If you have a different opinion than me, why do I have to cuss you out? Why do I have to say crazy shit? Like, why can't you feel one way and then I feel another way? And it is what it is. Why must we pull somebody down, give them a verbal bashing because they have a different opinion? Why?
Y'all can't get along. Rodney King, 1978. Why?
It is what it is. Listen, a lot of people live their life in different ways and people have different opinions, but they were really saying some horrible things about her because she had a different opinion than what what whoever this person was felt that way. And they really tried to bring her down. We're going to stop doing that. We've got to stop doing that. If I have a different opinion, then that's just what it is.
Right.
It's just a difference of opinion, but we don't have to start talking about people's mamas. No. and canceling them. It's crazy.
We should be able to agree to disagree.
We should be.
And I know we don't get to come and say, well, I know people ain't like, no, it's your opinion. It doesn't matter. Like when we give our opinion, it's just our opinion. We're not telling you to get it printed on your t-shirt, word to your kids' graduation, none of that shit.
But anyway, so we're going to talk about, let's start out with a difference of opinion is Kandi Burruss. You guys know I don't like her. Period. Difference of opinion. But now she's really driving me crazy because I believe in people sticking together for a cause. I believe in unions. I do. I believe in unions. I'm like a working class person. Let's just be honest, I don't have to be, but I believe in fair treatment. I could sit here on my throne and say, as long as something's not affecting Sharrell, I don't give a damn. I'm not that kind of person. You got people like that. That's what Kandi's like. Like, she's all about her bag and her money, and she doesn't care if if the other girls are saying, we're dealing with racism here. If it doesn't affect her paycheck, she really doesn't care. And you have people like that. I'm not like that. I'm about standing up for all the problems that they're talking about. Sex exploitation. No, we can't have that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, sounded like
it's crazy.
Something happened.
He almost ran into her house. It was a car driving, and it's crazy. I'm a believing about women not being exploited sexually. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in racism, not just for Black people. You know how they always say that Jewish people always cry because they tried to say that Jamie Foxx had to come out today, and they thought his statement was anti-Semitic. I'd rather be overcautious with racism than undercautious, because we can't repeat our history. We can't repeat it. So I'm standing up for any kind of racism, whether it's Jewish people, Black people, and you always find someone that'll group people in a certain category. And I'm against unfair treatment, period. I believe in women being paid equally as our counterparts. I'm a huge believer in that. So Bethenny Frankel coming out, she's the last person that needed to stand up for these things that's going on. And it's now or never, in my opinion. If you have a complaint with Bravo, step forward now or forever hold your peace. This is not on your dime. You've got powerful people looking at this situation. So I am a firm believer in unions, in strikes, in anything that's going to make the work environment a better place. That's just how I am. I don't know why I'm that way. I was just born that way. And I do understand people have a difference of opinion. I don't understand your difference of opinion. So Kandi comes out today and says that she doesn't believe in the strike. This is just girls talking out the side of her ass. She doesn't believe in the strike. She'd rather have a peach. Now, we all know allegedly her job is in danger. They're getting ready to fire your ass, Kandi, and possibly Kenya. If they don't fire Kenya, they were looking at a demotion. So I don't know her coming out saying this now at this crucial time that she doesn't support.
Actually, I'm going to say this. I'm glad she did.
Why?
Because that's how she felt. That's how I looked at her as feeling that way. But for the Kandi lickers, they would, if I would have said it, no, she don't feel that way. She don't feel that way.
Let's play the video. Okay, go ahead, Fear.
Right, but she came out today and said that she'd rather be a peach holder than a picket holder. What?
You gotta tell me when you do those side effects. Like, I don't understand this. I don't get it. Yeah, you might not need the money. Maybe you don't believe in a across the board making sure that everybody gets paid because you are allegedly the highest payer. But what about your coworkers? We're not all getting paid $2 million a season, 2.5 million a season. I don't understand this. And if you didn't agree, then just shut the hell up.
Right.
Shut up.
Showing her.
What are you doing? Of course, she doesn't believe in the racism thing because she came out publicly and said that Andy Cohen isn't racist. Now she's doing to the public what she did behind Nini's back.
Right.
And I don't get that. I don't get it. If every Black female up there saying that they're treating us different and maybe you didn't feel that way, at least shut the hell up. Like that letter you allege somebody from your camp wrote me. If it's not going to be positive, don't speak on it at all. Just I feel like you're going against the grain. One, because you're kissing Andy Cohen's ass and you're trying to save that job. Who does that? Let's just take a listen to her before I go off. Girl,
Just for us, that's for everybody. So whenever you see a great show that's coming to Broadway featuring,
wrong one.
African Americans, you always want to go out and support them.
That's the wrong tape. This tape that I'm playing right here is her asking for support for her Broadway play. But you can't support others. So let me play that again. It was the wrong tape. You don't want to support other people, but you want support.
Yep.
I don't understand it.
Just selfish.
Let's listen to her asking for support for her play.
It's important, because we always say, oh, why that show didn't get to stay? Well, if we don't support it, it's not going to stay. Now, with that being said, our last show, The Piano Lesson, 70% of the people who came to see us on Broadway were first-time
ticket buyers.
Wow.
First-time ticket buyers.
So,
first-time people to Broadway.
Yeah, that was major support. Yeah. So we hope and pray that we get the same support with this one.
I don't get it. You don't want to support the strike, the people saying that we're being treated unfairly here, but you want support.
Yeah.
I don't understand that mentality, Kandi. I really don't. And I can't find my tape. You saw me download it, Perry, of her in this interview.
Yeah, I mean, we all met those kind of people that they want you to give to them. I know people go, well, she give back all the time. No, she ain't gave back to one person that worked at that restaurant that she wasn't making more off of. If anything, she's making money off somebody back. My opinion. She out there don't want a union so she can save her damn money.
Well, let's talk about why she's saying these things and why I look for this tape. Is she trying to save her job, or this is truly how she feels?
I think it's both. I think right now, as boring as she is and that show been as shitty, she just figured, well, right now, Andy's looking for a friend or Bravo. Everybody want to strike. But if I come out and say, I don't want to, then I would be that person inside the house while everybody else out in the field.
What? Perry, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying that's how it goes. I mean, she want to be inside in the AC while everybody else out there in the field working, but she's there to safeguard her thing. And people are right. She's a businesswoman. Yeah, she only look out for her business. Selfish. Just saying. That's why she don't want no part of that shit. Let's keep it real. But people, she helped so many people.
Now is not the time for her to come out and publicly be against. And I can't find it. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I erased it. Let's talk about it. You talk about it while I look for this really quick, because I'm going to re-download it.
Well, I'm just going to say this, though. I mean, you saying that you don't think it's the time. No, it's never the time, regardless, right? For her, she don't feel that it's nothing in it for her. For her to form a union and them to raise the people below her salaries typically would come with them lowering hers. She don't want that. And she want to be the queen on the hill and have the peasants at her feet. Right? That's the kind of person she is. And she had to eventually come out, because who is these people that's on Bethenny's list? Is it her? Is it her? No, it ain't me. And then she had to use it and take a dig at Nene.
She did. That's why I got to find this tape. Yeah. This is crazy. What I think happened is I was running late for the meeting and I didn't download it at all. So,
you know what? No, you did say that, because we had to hook up to the meeting, and then you
said, that's what you do. You're booking these meetings too close together, Perry, and then it makes me rush.
Yeah, my bad.
Anyway, I don't understand that. Bravo has a lot of things going on that really needs to be addressed. So while I look for this Kandi tape, let me put up the thing. They fired 2 people from Below Deck. Now, this is not my show that I watch. I don't watch it. But the thing was that this man was so drunk that he got in the bed naked, fully naked, with this woman. I don't even know her name. I don't watch the show. One of the complaints that Bethenny's having is you can't juice people up And I think Bravo's the only people that do this. I don't think you can't juice people up.
It's probably other shows that do it, but I think Bravo do it, especially, if they shows are sort of boring, they get to juice them up more to make it exciting.
No. When you let people get crazy drunk out of their mind, they do stuff like this. Let me see if I can play that tape of him coming into this woman's room. Okay, here it is. Here, I found I don't have, I have to play it the way that it is.
Okay.
With the Kandi thing, I can't just magnify it and stuff. So I hope I can hear it. Let me see if I can hear it. Hold on. So this is what Kandi, she's really turning her back, I feel like, on the African Americans, which is what she did to Nene the first time. Listen to what she has to say. You can't see it either.
Bacardi, do what moves you.
This so-called reality reckoning is playing out. Bethenny Frankel leading the charge to kind of get people their due when it comes to reality contracts, and also calling out bad behavior behind the scenes. What do you make of all this, and have you ever experienced anything that you think needs to be added to kind of the negotiations moving forward?
Absolutely not. I mean, to me, I feel like things that I feel or have felt needed to be addressed, I actually reached out to network and we addressed them. I myself would not be a part of that. It wouldn't make any sense for me to be a part of that. To me, if I'm working with somebody and I feel like they're not doing something that they should be doing, I address it right then. I don't feel like you should wait till after you're not getting a check with them no more and then come back and try to go for their throat. That's just how I feel. So
let me pause that for a minute. I think she was addressing this towards Bethenny and Nene because they no longer work there.
Right.
But however she meant it, this is a clear attempt to brown nose up to Andy Cohen because nobody wants to be sued. So the execs are pissed. Got it. Girl, what are you doing? You just asked for support for your plays, but you don't want to support the women that have complaints with Bravo.
Yeah, I mean, and she just said, well, why would I do it? It's nothing in it for me.
Basically, right. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Let me keep going. And then she starts contradicting herself. Let's take a listen.
So me, any problems or thoughts or concerns I've had, I've said them. I speak up. You can tell I speak up, right?
Yes.
I say what I want to say, and I make sure that what I feel is heard.
So that's her definition or reasoning for not supporting Bethenny Frankel and the other women in this lawsuit is because you make sure that you're okay. I speak up for me. But what about the other women that are petrified to stand up? What about them?
That's exactly what she's telling the people. I know, for all her little lovers. That's what she's telling you. For all her
I don't
lovers
like
out there,
women like that.
If you had a problem, she gonna speak out for Kandi. She ain't gonna speak out for the Kandi lovers.
She
That's
said
just the type of person she is.
She spoke up, so she's not worried about what the other people say. But in the same breath, goes on to ask us for support for her Broadway play. I don't understand this woman. Anyway, let's listen to her contradiction. Kandi has the eye problem. She really does. And she gets celebrated for it. People say Kandi's about her money. Kandi's about her bag. You're bragging because that's all she worries about is her money, her bag. I don't get it. I don't get it. Kandi is Miss Me, Myself, and I, just saying the truth, not hating. That she said it. Because I speak up. I handle my problem. Me, and more me. Let's keep going.
An unscripted union is even possible. Residuals for unscripted is even something that would ever enter the picture.
Now that would be nice if there was a union for people in unscripted. That would be nice. I mean, obviously, I'm a part of the union for scripted television.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
she doesn't want to support Bethenny Frankel, but then she realizes, oh, I'm a part of a union already. So I can't contradict myself because she's very good at cleaning shit up.
Right.
She's going to go and speak on it a little later today and clean this up. Girl, you said you're not standing with Bethenny Frankel because you don't have a problem. And you said that straight out. And remember, I'm really concerned about women being underpaid, racism, and exploitation. Then getting them nice and drunk it's not necessary to have a reality TV show. It's not necessary. Kandi Burruss,
right?
girl.
And the whole thing is, I mean, right now she's just worried about herself. Like you can join a union that you didn't have to fight for that benefits you. The reason why you joined because it was an automatic benefit. You didn't have to go out there and make benefits for others. But now that's with the scripted part. So yeah, it would be nice if the unscripted people have one, but why would I put my name on the hook for it? I'm making millions. What?
This girl is all about herself, and people celebrate her for that. Kandi's about her bag. Look, there's more to life than money. There's more to life than money. There's more to life than all your accolades. I want an EGOT. She has this enough is never enough attitude. And now you want to turn your back on Bethenny Frankel and all of the women that are coming forward. It's people like you, Kandi, why people don't come forward. Because they feel, oh, yeah, what's going to happen to me if I come forward? Listen, I celebrate Bethenny Frankel and all the women coming forward.
Right.
Tell your story. Fight for your rights. It's a right that we have. You're allowed to strike. You're allowed to form a union. You're allowed to picket. And you came out on your own and said, I'd rather have a peach than picket. Those were her exact words. I didn't make that up.
Right.
Girl, what kind of person are you? Just like somebody in your camp told me, if you're not going to support Kandi, don't say nothing at all. Well, if you're not going to support Bethenny Frankel, shut the fuck up.
Yep. I agree.
What are you trying to do? It's disgusting.
Well, what she's trying to do is make herself stand out so they can say, oh, well, she ain't like the rest of them. So she can continue, and maybe that'll save her boring ass job this year. But go ahead.
Look, go ahead. That's what I want to talk about. Is she trying to save a job, Perry? Is she? And so you want to keep your job? It could be a possibility that she's just trying to save her job.
Well,
but like this,
I mean, for a look, she came in and it was about Kandi and Kandi alone. Right now, when she speak for Kandi alone. Kandi just trying to secure her bag, like everybody give it a props for. She secures her bag. Yeah, she makes sure she do. And don't give a damn if anybody else have a bag.
It's sad. It's
it.
very, very sad. You've got to support Bethenny Frankel. Bethenny Frankel has every right not to come forward, but she did for injustice. When you see an injustice, fight. But everybody's not like Kandi. We also have to add to the list Kate Chastain. Oh my God. According to the rumors, doesn't support Bethenny Frankel either. Like, these are the ass kissers of the world. The ass kissers of the world. Please step aside if you don't want to fight and be on the right side of history. If you don't want change, step aside. Just step aside. But no. These are the people worried about themselves. Let's talk about her tweet to Bethenny Frankel. I can't watch the Netflix documentary about exploitation of skinny girl. Kate, I'm going to tell you like I told Kandi, shut the fuck up. If you're not going to support, shut up. If you have not an ounce of courage in you, that's just how you are. I'm not going to judge you for it, but step aside and let the people with courage come forward. And just like Perry said, when we come forward, the people that support Bethenny Frankel, you're welcome because you're going to benefit from it.
Mhm.
Don't forget how you had to work for free at Bravo, allegedly, for when you were going through that drinking problem of yours. Let's not forget about that. It's sad. It's just sad. People like Kate and Kandi, I don't get it. The me people, me. This is going to affect me in a bad way. Instead of us and they think me.
It's the selfish people, I'm trying to tell you, because everything's
very
about
selfish.
them.
Very
It's
selfish.
Now, if y'all successful, yeah, but I'm not going to put anything at risk.
Mhm.
That's the problem.
Mhm. It's sad. It's sad. Sorry.
And I'm glad, I know, and you misunderstood when I said I'm glad Kandi said it. Not because I'm proud of her having courage. I'm glad she said it, so people ain't got to think, oh, Kandi will be supporting that. No, hell, she wouldn't.
Mhm.
Kandi ain't gonna support a damn thing that don't have her name on it.
It's sad.
Just keeping it real.
Let's talk about the reason that they have to have this union and why they kind of come forward. So we all know the people on Below Deck, they fired the guy yesterday. He was sloppy drunk because they're pumping them with alcohol. Pumping them with alcohol. Like, I don't see a lot of alcohol on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't think Carlos King does it. You don't have to pump these people up to get ratings gold television. You don't. It's a dangerous thing to do. So this guy, Luke, was sloppy drunk. Decides to go get in the bed with this woman, completely naked, hammered out of his mind. You don't know what could have happened in that situation. I'm pumping them up. Here, have some more. They put alcohol in this corner, especially too what Bethenny was saying, especially it's dangerous when you know that someone already has a mental illness or a substance abuse problem or an alcohol problem, and you don't give a damn. You're worried about your ratings. Bravo has to be accountable for the things that they do. That's what I think.
No, I agree with you. I mean, because look, people can say, well, they can drink whatever. Most jobs, and trust me, when they're on the reality shows, they're getting paid as a job. Most jobs ain't serving you alcohol on top of alcohol.
Yeah.
But
some jobs you get in trouble for drinking on the job.
But if they think it's going to make it entertaining and they can profit from it, because they don't give a damn what happened to you afterwards, as long as they can make a profit.
They don't. They really, really don't. Let me play this little clip of this man. I had to make it a steal. I want you guys to listen. Getting in the bed, butt naked, completely naked. How dangerous is that? It's no telling what could have happened.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen. This is scary as hell.
I think that is called a power cut on the shore. Guys, this is the shore power. Nothing switched on the shore power.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey. Thank you very much. We gotta get you down. Thank you very much. Mother. I gotta get you out of here because she wants to go to bed. Nice. Mother? Yeah. You like that?
Yeah,
they had to pull him out that damn bed. They had to pull him out the bed.
Luke. Go. Thanks, man. Open it.
Yeah, he wouldn't let them in. It was just crazy. He wouldn't let them in. They had to bang on the door. He was out of his mind. I want to address this comment right here. You also don't have to drink alcohol. To me, this is an insensitive comment, and let me tell you why. You can't intentionally get people boozed up so I could film the shit show. You can't work for a company that they have to be accountable. I cannot provide you with the booze so I can get a good scene. And to hell what happens to you. Some of them people have drinking problems already. Some of them people have drug problems already.
Yep. And just to respond to this too, no, the person don't have to drink it. But what we talking about is management, Bravo, these companies. They don't have to provide it. When the last time have you went to your job, this person, unless you're a bartender, and they still probably didn't provide you with a drink. They had you there fixing a drink.
If I came to work and I had a 9 to 5, drunk as a skunk, high as a kite, they would send me home.
Mm-hmm.
If I was at work and got caught doing lines, I'm fired.
Yeah, typically, yep.
You can't go to work under the influence. I cannot believe, and I'm not putting you on blast, but that people believe this, that it's nothing wrong with them getting their employees drunk out of their mind. Child, I'm glad you're not the boss. I'm glad you're not the boss. You can't provide. What's next? A little white powder in the middle of the table?
That's
you don't have to take it, but you know, if you you choose to do so, here's your white powder. What is wrong with some people? This is wrong. You have to stand up for what's right. I cannot believe anybody in their right mind feels like that's nothing wrong. If they drink it, that's their choice. Yeah. So I can just give a crack addict some crack and say, it's your choice whether you smoke it or not. And I know you're an addict. Girl, please.
Right. That
is not a healthy work environment. You have to be accountable. What is wrong with some people? Child, this is why they're going to win this case. You can't do that. Let's talk about all of the things that they're suing for. Because a couple days ago, Friedman, I can't remember his first name, the lawyer came out and spoke on it. I mean, this is crazy. But you have some people that are out of their mind and feel like Team Bravo. Girl, please. You can't. You got to be responsible. You just can't do that on this job or any other job. Let's listen to what the attorney had to say.
First of all, are you representing here? Is it a specific number, a growing number? What are we talking about?
We're talking about right now 10, 15 people that have been interested. I've talked to over 50 people that would like to join. There are going to be hundreds of people that come out because there's hundreds of people that have been exploited. They've been, there's children that have been exploited. There's people with mental illness that have been exploited. There's people exploited based on their race, based on their gender, based on their height, based on their mental illness. They're exploiting people who have mental illness, and they've created and exacerbated that mental illness and filmed around that mental illness, made fun of it, exacerbated it, and then had them go into facilities to help them recover from mental health, only to get them right back on the show and film that. And it's disgusting. It's deplorable. And it's one thing if you're paid for something like that, you understand what you're doing. But when you're paid next to nothing for it, and children are exploited, mental illness is exploited, sexism, racism, all of it, it's not okay. And it's got to stop. While people may sign up to be treated a certain way, what we find time and time again is that they are berated, they're belittled. And it's one thing to put them in that situation and that they know what they're doing. It's another thing to be illegally recording them while they're having sex, distributing that in violation of revenge porn laws. There's one thing about signing up and waiving certain rights. There's another thing about the inability to waive rights that are legal laws that are protected for you. This is so bad that, I'll just show something. This is so bad that this is something I was I was provided with. If you can read the front of it, and I'll walk up to the camera, it says slave contract, an actual slave contract. Like you're going to be able to have someone sign a slave contract?
Well, that's an actual contract for a show?
That's an actual contract between two people that allows filming and allows other things to happen and to be placed on a show, certainly. NBC is just a start. And it's just a start, and there's much more. There's a sexiness to being on reality TV. They suck you in, and then they force you in a position to do something or say something, which not only ruins yourself on that show, but it ruins yourself for the rest of your life. And some of these are children. It's not okay, and it's got to stop.
It's not okay, and it has to stop. Rachel said, is Bravo providing the alcohol? Absolutely. They are absolutely providing the alcohol and encouraging you guys. Oh, here, let's have a party here, a scene here. They pay for all the food. They pay for all the booze.
Yep.
That's not okay. That's not okay for me. I look at it as an injustice. I'm going to give a drug addict some alcohol to go with your drugs. I'm going to give an alcoholic more alcohol.
Yeah, no.
That's not cool. That's not cool, people. I mostly talk about the racism, but that right there is also an injustice. I'm exploiting people. I know I'm going to get Jax drunk off his ass because I know he's going to give me a good show. That's not cool. And you don't have to have that environment to have a good reality TV show. You don't. What other reality TV show did I watch? There's a lot that I watch that don't involve alcohol. I don't really watch reality TV that much anymore. But, let's give Carlos King shows. You don't see them boozing it up, drunk out of their mind, don't know how to get home, don't know where you are. No, that's not cool. It is not there. Cool. Thank you, Schmoopy. He says, hi there. Time for a commercial break. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more updates, information, and content. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All hit that like button. We need people to watch this video. We need to support Bethenny Frankel. We need to support her. And people like Kandi coming out against her. Who's the other one? Kate Chastain. Girl, you should be the first person, because remember that alleged alcohol problem you had? Remember? When you would get drunk out of your mind? Do you want anybody else to walk through your shoes, and go through what you went through? You can't do it. We got to support. Nene can still sue after her arbitration. Yes. And can Nene join the new group suit? Allegedly, they haven't said who is and who isn't, but Nene's name may be on that list. I want to respect their privacy, because what will happen is if you have a clear list of who's doing what, you're going to get people like Kandi, Andy, Kate that are going to try to intimidate and do whatever they can to get these people to shut up.
Right.
Does she have to keep her suit? I'm hearing that suit's not going to be that important. I'm hearing that this new Bethenny lawsuit is, but let's just see what happens. Anyway, so you got people really coming out against Bethenny Frankel. I don't get it. Okay, let's say you don't support it. Got it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but don't try to get in their way. Don't try to intimidate. That's what that is. That's what that is. Let me play this video that Bethenny put on her TikTok a couple days ago, trying to explain why she's doing what she's doing and just how bad these problems are.
Explanation for this reality reckoning, but I would like to give one anyway. So there are people who say that I've been very successful as a result of this medium. That is entirely true. Most of the work was done myself, and I certainly have taken many, many hits as a result, and I've been significantly more successful since I left. And there have been hundreds of people who have gone through this machine and not been as successful as I have in all areas of business and philanthropy. So I would have gotten somewhere on my own. And I definitely helped the medium be successful too. A different level of person and goal set came through since I paved the way. Some of you say that people overall sign up for this and they get what they deserve. So this entire systemic change and systematic problem is not just about talent, and it's not about people who've made millions of dollars. It's about production. It's about people that are weak and who have been abused and discarded. It's about manipulative contracts. It's about an entire sphere and space in entertainment that has gotten away with manipulation and exploitation without compensation. I am one person who has had my content all over the world without me even realizing the arms and legs of it, without being compensated. That's one micro aspect of this entire issue. It's workplace conditions. It's everything from sexual exploitation, from race. We have learned so much since Me Too and Black Lives Matter, and it being 2023 and just having so much information at our fingertips that the same things that people used to get away with in those areas, people don't get away with anymore. And reality TV is a shining, glaring example of that. It is the wild, wild west, and people do exactly what they want because there is no union, because there are no rules, because it is a faulty environment and there has been no governor, no principal, no one in charge to say, this cannot be correct. I have seen it. Everyone on reality television has.
I commend her.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, I don't see nothing wrong. I know whether you like the lady, don't like her for whatever reason. But when somebody's coming out trying to create a better work environment for others,
you.
now remind you, it's not like she's still on the show. So is the work environment for her? Well, regardless of how you feel about the person, for the person to come out and speak up for others, because that's more than what you're going to get from Kandi.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Lady D. Hannah says, Bravo exploited shady business too. I think they knew about they did. The Judices and Jen Shaw. They had to. And Jen Shaw, illegal business, and still hired them just to catch it all on camera.
Right.
I
ratings. Yeah.
totally agree with you. They knew that Jenny Nguyen was racist. If you took one look at her social media, you knew. They knew about Jen Shaw. You mean to tell me that they didn't know? They knew. They know about all these storylines, everything before they put these people on camera. They want us to believe that they just picked them out of the universe, didn't run a background check and just threw them on camera. No, you knew. And they know about people's mental health issues. Is it fair for me to put someone on that deals with a personality disorder, schizophrenia, bipolar, and you're struggling with it? That's okay too? No. For a good TV show? No. You have to be accountable. That's how I feel. And last but not least, let me talk about Jeff Lewis coming out and calling Kyle. Kyle, I don't understand the lying. Okay, so we're off of Bethenny Frankel and her trying to end the lawsuit. Let's talk about how most of these housewives are just bold-faced liars. They're just bold-faced liars. And they lie about everything because you're on national TV and you worry about what people think of you. And when they find out that you are not perfect and you have flaws, you try to cover it up. Bethenny Frankel knows. I'm not Bethenny. Kyle Richards absolutely lies about everything. Me, I think she's lying about not being using Ozempic. Because, you might want to lie about it because that's a terrible thing to promote, especially to our young girls, that you've got to be thin as a rail. That creates eating disorders. You're lying about Ozempic. You're lying about being a lesbian. You just don't become a lesbian out the blue. Okay. Like, just tell the truth when you get caught. I love Jeff Lewis. So Jeff Lewis went on Watch What Happens Live. He's so funny to me. And made this comment about Kyle. Take a listen.
Okay, Kyle and I are friends. Yes. And I'm pissed she didn't tell me she's a lesbian on Ozempic.
Right. Did you know? No, did you guys know that one of the side effects of Ozempic is lesbianism? Yes. Yes. Your ring falls off because you're so thin, and then your ring slips in someone else.
I could get even gayer on Ozempic.
You have to love Jeff Lewis. He said, I'm upset that Kyle didn't tell me she was a lesbian on Ozempic. Okay, so this morning, he tried to clean it up. He came out and said, what did he say, Perry? Because
they actually caught him going into a restaurant. They said, well, hey, do you think Kyle's mad at you? He said, well, no, I was just basically just joking because these are things, the allegations that's been out there. And he said he was just joking about it. But he said, but as far as her being mad, he don't know. He would hope not. But he had texted her about 6:30 this morning, and she haven't texted back at the time. You know, I think he's just making fun of the whole thing, really.
I think he's telling the damn truth. Listen, every housewife now is on Ozempic. The last one was, she's on Orange County. I can't think of Emily, who I loved. I loved her not following the crowd, but she has fall victim to Ozempic, and now she's on Ozempic, and she's lost a good amount of weight, and she looks nice, but she's going to keep going, and they're all going to become what is one of the biggest problems in society is telling young women that you don't matter unless you're a size 0. Not only that, they're taking up all the Ozempic from the people that really need it. Like, damn your diabetic attacks and your blood sugar spiking up. I gotta look good. These women are out of their minds, okay? They're out of their... Oh, I have a lot of people backstage. Hold on, let me start doing this. Perry, did you want to say anything else before?
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go and grab me a soda, though.
Okay. Hey, Bonji, Sheila, Denzel, True. One more. Sound off, Bonji. What did you want to sound off on first?
Okay, I want to sound off on the Bravo lawsuit, and then I want to sound off on what Jeff Lewis said.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, so on the lawsuit, I am pro-union. I am pro people organizing and fighting for better wages. However, I think the problem here is Bethenny being the face of this whole issue because I don't trust her. I followed her a lot. I actually follow her on many social media platforms, and she will do things to gain approval or ratings or clout for herself, not necessarily for the benefit of the whole, as you would say. A great example is when recently, during and after the pandemic, a lot of people went back to reviewing cosmetic stuff, whether it's lotions, comparing high-end to low-end products. She was on that bandwagon. Now that her daughter is a bit older, people during the pandemic started showing more of their families because that's all people could show of their families. Here comes Bryn. She's on her social media. So it's hard for me to believe that she is genuinely an advocate, but that doesn't diminish the importance of these reality stars unionizing. Great example. I heard a lot about Below Deck, that incident of the picture that you showed. And last night, because of the discussion that you've had on the show, Sharrell, I actually sat down and watched the 2 most recent episodes. those employees get alcohol on the yacht.
Mm-hmm.
They leave the yacht at the end of their assignment, wherever they dock. It
Mm-hmm.
happened to be Perth, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the restaurant. I didn't see anyone paying the check, which made me assume that Bravo or whoever the production is was paying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking to see, do these people really drink the one drink, put it down, and then ask for more? The drinks just kept appearing on the table.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this young lady was verbalizing that she is intoxicated, and I don't believe that Luke was intoxicated beyond a point where he didn't realize what he was doing. And I say that because when he jumps on her bed the first time, butt naked, you can hear the young lady, Aisha, whatever her name was, who was looking out for her friend. She goes into the galley of the yacht and says to somebody, I really feel like I really need to stay with her because Luke seems unrelenting.
It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Sharrell, as a viewer, you knew what was coming, but you couldn't take your eyes off it because you were seeing an assault being carried out. And I'm grateful that the producers kept the camera on even afterwards on the second episode, because that young lady, instead of feeling bad that this is what he had done, this young lady was feeling bad, calling her mom and sister, saying, I feel so bad, I shouldn't have been that drunk, which is what happens in most instances. But we don't talk about not the alcohol, but the actions of the people in charge that allowed that to happen. That was so heartbreaking for me.
And with all due respect, Bonji, I gotta rush this along. I understand your feelings towards Bethenny, but right is right. It doesn't matter if Bethenny is doing it for clout. It doesn't matter if she's a horrible person. These things need to be taken care of. What job can you go to where your employer provides you with alcohol and drugs? None.
Reality show. What was the last thing I wanted to talk about briefly?
Really quickly, Jeff Lewis saying that Kyle's a liar.
So, Jeff Lewis, I call him the godfather of Ozempic, because he was one of the first people to publicly talk about Ozempic as it relates to weight loss.
Yeah.
I don't believe for a second, with how much time he spends around Kyle and Mauricio, that he hasn't talked to her about the Ozempic or the weight loss, or maybe not the relationship with that young lady, but Ozempic, I don't believe it.
You don't think she's on it?
No, I don't believe that Jeff hasn't talked to her about Ozempic.
Of course, they're the king and queen of it. Thank you so much for speaking, Bonji. Sound off, Sheila, really quickly.
I will say many different things. Kandi is not a person that's trustworthy. I know people love her because they looking at her money. She doesn't move like a person that have as much money as she professes to have, because like I said, she would walk away, or as they say, money is the root of all evil. So I'll leave you with that. But as far as Bravo is concerned and Below Deck, I saw that, and I think it was handled very well. And the fact that they documented it and they got the reaction from the captain that he said he will not allow that to happen on his watch.
It's
so
disgusting.
I was totally pleased with that. And I am also a fan of Jeff Lewis. He wasn't joking. He told the truth.
he told the truth. Hi, is it DV?
Yes. Hi, Sharrell. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. Sound off really quickly.
I'll make this quick. I'm not a fan or a hater of any of the Bravo entertainers. I don't pick one over the other, but Carrie was right. Kandi is selfish. but Kandi is talents are mediocre at best. She's found a way to make her money, and she's striking while the iron is hot. Not making excuses for her, but that's where she is right now. Um, Ne- Nene, Brandy, Glanville, and Kim Richards are great examples of the mental health abuse. They dogged Nene so bad when that closet scene, when she was going through all that with Greg, that was them attacking her mentally. Brandy, everybody knew before they cast Brandy that she was going through because Eddie had left her. They knew about Kim. So they were okay with that. They exploited that married couple on, I can't think of the name of the show, with Martha's Vineyard this first season. They exploited them. I mean, it was graphic. You saw things you shouldn't have seen, even though they were married. We shouldn't have seen all of that. But I got a question for you. Out of every Bravo show, why haven't we heard anything from Married to Medicine? What is it that keeps them immune from all of this?
Married to Medicine is truly a group of friends that know each other and they think team. I've talked to, well, if they have a problem with somebody, they'll hash it out on the show, but they understand the goal. They understand that we're a team, and in order for us to keep this going, we got to stick together. They have public feuds, but not like, let's say, Nene and what's one of the worst feuds I ever seen? Maybe Nene and Kim. They don't do that like that to each other. Do you notice that? They're not vicious. For some reason, they're not vicious.
But have we heard anything about them having the drinks forced on them or the mental abuse pushed on them? I mean, outside of that whole thing with Jackie and Buffy, and I still say Buffy was trying to hold on. She wanted to be there. But outside of that, have we seen any other signs of that with that show? And what's their formula?
Well, I mean, I think their formula could be Married to Medicine. Most of them have jobs. It's not just a group trip. Hanging out and drinking.
That's it, Perry. That's it. If I don't have this show, I'm done. They don't have that attitude. And most of those housewives, with all due respect, they're not rich. They're just not.
Well, that's I was kind of going that way, but what I was thinking was they all educated. And what I mean by that is that they all know, what's best for them health wise. You can't play that or run that game on them. I think that's what it is.
And also too, like when I think it was what's the girl's name with the big teeth? I like her, and she's married to when Simone and her husband were having problems. Did you see how they came together and said, this has to work? Absolutely. We don't need another divorce on this show. They weren't judging each other. They were like, this, we hate to see this. There's a certain amount of protection there. They protect each other and they respect each other. Like somebody who really hated Simone could have went in on her, and they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
But they also pull each other's coattails and say your head's getting too big, like they did with Claude. Nobody did that with me.
They did.
Nobody did that with me.
You got me on a good subject. That's a good subject. We need to do a whole video about Married to Medicine, which I will be covering this year. And they're just good people. As you all know, I really like Dr. Heavenly and Toya. I really, really do.
Thank you.
Misbehaving, sound off really quickly.
Hi, Sharrell, Perry, and panel.
Hi.
So, I do not like.
She went out. Casey, sound off. Hopefully, you're fading in and out. Misbehaving.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Casey. Hold on 1 second. Misbehaving, sound off again. You went out.
Okay, can you hear me now, Sharrell?
I can. Go ahead.
Okay. I said I don't like Kyle, nor do I like Jeff Lewis with his plastic surgery, tight skinned.
You are messy.
I don't like him because he's fake. Look how he did Zola and Jenny. So he's messy. He's not to be trusted. Kyle has always been a fake. Now let's move on over. That guy, I don't watch a lot of Bravo shows at all because they're messy. So my backtrack to Married to Medicine. Them women banded together to get rid of Mariah because a lot of those ladies are doctors. They have an ego, and they thought Mariah Huck was below them because she was just a wife. But anyway, that's not a here and there. We're going to talk about today. Bethany is trying to get everyone to get this union. They need to hop on board. It's not about what's in the past. Let's talk about the present. She's taking advantage. She is taking advantage of the writer strike and the actor strike, because if the actors are striking, of course they're going to create more reality shows. And their formula is to get people high, drunk, assault them so they can make money and in perpetuity. And so, and in closing, I like Nene. We all miss Nene, but she needs to get over her delusions. Now, Nene know how to play nice with the unmelanated folks, but she has this diehard hatred for Kenya. She needs to get off of it. So I want Nene to win and get some money, but baby, she needs to snap out of that delusion, because we want the old Nene back. And I think it's that blonde wig, because Nene was sweet before she got that blonde wig. If everybody repay all the series, check it on out, everybody. Check out all the series. Nene was lovable until she started rocking that blonde hair color. And ever since then, baby, you can't tell Nene nothing, okay? And and then in closing, about Kandi girl, you're gonna get your wake up call.
Yeah.
Don't be a fool. All money's not good money. You're not struggling. She has land, she has property, she has health, and she has her family. You don't need it all, baby. And all that talking about sex and don't nobody want to hear about that. No,
don't
sex
nobody want to
toys.
hear about that.
At least not no classy folks. But thank you, Sharrell, for allowing me on your panel, and everybody have a beautiful day.
You too. Casey, sound off.
Hi there. I just wanted to tell you, I was on a reality show.
Okay.
And it was many years ago. It was called Starting Over.
And, oh my God, with Iyanla Vanzant, right?
Yeah.
I love that show. Go ahead.
When back then, when you went on the show, they give you that 500 questionnaire psych thing, and then you meet with the psychiatrist.
Yep.
And they were really there. They changed my life. But we had a couple of girls. One was really bad, drinking and hiding bottles and everything, and they made her leave. And we
hiding bottles. Would I know this person? Because never mind. Go ahead. Sorry. I always want to call people out. I shouldn't do that. Go ahead.
Well, I'm a former. Well, it was on national television, and this was also on NBC. It started off on one that the first season, and then it went to NBC. And anyway, so when I had a really good experience, and I gave up a child for adoption and tried to get in contact with him when he turned 18. And we had all these loopholes and everything, thinking that he didn't want to see me. Yeah. But it turned out the adopted parents told him I was dead this whole time. And so
we need more reality shows like that, but we don't. Did they push liquor on? Did they even allow you to drink on that show?
Yes, they did. But if you overdid it, they would tell you. And they would keep an eye on you to make sure you didn't have anything going on, because this was a change your life show, and you're trying to reach goals. But anyway, I just wanted to state that yes, they do give you a psych evaluation and all of that. And if you have and when you get on the show, before you get on the show, they go through your bags and everything. And so they would see the medications you have.
Oh. Do you think they do Bravo and just overlook it? Because listen, with all due respect, and I mean this in a very respectful way, there's just no way in hell Brandy Glanville should have been on reality TV. All the pill popping, all the drinking. It was just a disaster waiting to happen.
But the other people talk. Come on now. If you're overdoing something, if you're on drugs, if you're passing something or something like that, other roommates are going to say something. We just do. Because, number one, I'm concerned about that person. Number two, concerned about yourself. So believe me, other people would have told the production.
They know. They know. They need to be held accountable. And to the people that don't agree with me, all I can say is what job that you're allowed to go on where you can come high as a kite. Not only would you be fired, you wouldn't be allowed to work that day. It's very important. They can't keep doing this. They just can't.
No, and when things went crazy on that show, and things went crazy, we had crazy moments. It was taken care of. The police showed up a couple of times, and it was taken care of. That was back then, I don't have any, I'm not defending anybody. I'm just telling you my experience about they do have psychiatrists, and if you need help, they will help you get help. But the thing is, these people don't want help.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. And I love that show. They need to renew it.
I wish they would. Bye bye.
I know. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Who's next? Is Miss Melanin? Sound off.
Yes, hello. I was just going to say that Bethenny is a great marketer. She's marketing the moment. She sees that there's a need. She sees that the hot topics are out there about the striking. So she's going to put herself out there to market herself, make her money, be a businesswoman, whatever you want to put to it. No one else is doing it. You have standalone lawsuits of people individually trying to sue. However, that wasn't the bigger picture, because you were fine with it when you were there. But then when someone wronged you, then you wanted to sue and you wanted everyone to get on your bandwagon. Can't work that way. You have to look at the bigger picture. In regards to unionizing the reality TV, either they need to unionize or they need to get a proper human resources department, whatever it is. But it seems like no structure and no resources are out there. They feed them liquor and whatever else they may take to get it all sensationalized so everyone can watch it. They would get the best ratings. However, it's toxic, and they're doing it because there's no repercussions for it. There's like today's society of TV with this whole reality that's not reality. There's I feel like it's a free for all. And if they get a union or proper HR or what have you, people probably are not going to want to watch it. However, it's dangerous. And the next best thing, I haven't seen Below Deck. I just seen a couple of things in the online, but I mean, you go into borderline something criminalized because it's too much out of order.
Let me say this, Melon. I really believe, you don't even have to have a union, but you get some kind of department that's responsible for people's mental health. And if things are getting out of hand, they need to step in. But you could have a reality TV show without pumping them with alcohol and letting the pill poppers pop their pills. They know that these women are popping pills. They know it.
Agreed.
It's a mess. I think now, nobody else was doing it. So if Bethenny Frankel wants to step up to the plate and not worried about the repercussions,
right?
Because they will try to, what's the word?
X you out.
Not do it. Threaten
right.
you. So I agree. Thank you, Melon, for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Denzel, take us out. Take us out, Denzel.
Okay, how you doing, Sharrell and Perry?
Hi.
What's up? What's up?
I do agree with Kandi. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do like Nene and I do like Bethenny. Now I do miss the down to earth Nene. Hopefully she did change. I hope. But I'm kind of side-eyeing them just a little bit, because why did they wait to speak now? Maybe they did speak back then. We just don't know about it. And maybe they were scared to lose their jobs. I don't know. But if if that's what happened, well, I mean, I hope they win, and you know, what, and Bravo, they need to get together. And I'm sorry that happened on what's that show called, Below Deck?
That was crazy.
Did 2 cast members get fired?
They did. Oh, he fainted. You back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you faded out.
This string yard. Well, that's good that they got fired, and that was good that the producers had it on the on camera. So that's good, because that's creepy. Yeah, they need to stop giving people drink alcohols and the drugs, because
and not only that, Denzel, they're overlooking the pill poppers. There's some serious pill poppers in the Housewives franchise. Go ahead.
Right, yeah, because that's really bad. Because you remember, especially if somebody have a mental illness problem, you remember what they did. You remember what they did to Katie on the Real Housewives of Potomac. They knew she had a mental illness, but they still let her film. And then the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 6, you remember when Nene was pacing around? Well, allegedly, I don't know if it's true. I don't believe it. Well, I hope it's not true, but some people were saying she might have been high on the coke.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. I do. So I hope that's not true, though. I hope not, but
But I got a question for you. Like, when you opened up, you said, I agree with Nene. Which is fine. I get it. I mean, but I want to ask you this. So are you agreeing that Kandi shouldn't want others to benefit from a union when she joined a union and getting their benefits with the scripted union?
Well, you know what? I mean, I think she should, stand up, with the union, I think she need to, help them with that. But it's it is what it is. It's just crazy. But yeah, and I'm wondering, because some people think that, because I wonder, do they be giving, because allegedly, you remember Kathy Griffin said that Andy was on the cocoa. So I wonder, are they giving the cast members the cocoa? Allegedly, I don't know.
I don't think that might do it.
I hope not.
Oh no, I don't think they're doing that. But I'm thinking they're turning a blind eye to people that have substance abuse problems. And even I like what the other caller said. You might not even need a union, but we need some form of help when this gets out of hand.
Yeah,
when an alcoholic person really just is belligerent and drunk, you need to take them off, don't film them, maybe send them to rehab, help. But you are not helping. And these people should not be on TV in these kind of conditions. There's no way, when you're high out of your mind, if we've seen some people high out of their mind with the little, like Jocelyn, I'm sorry, Jocelyn, like Jocelyn, I didn't mean to say a name, but high out of their mind, you shouldn't be on camera like that.
Can I say one more thing? Not Diva. I'm sorry. I call you Diva. I'm sorry. Can I say one more thing on Sharrell? Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, really quickly.
Okay. Very quickly on Cal. Yeah, she's a liar, and she needs to go. Yeah, she's just a liar. And I do agree. They should get the old cast members that was on the Real Housewives shows or any other show. They should get residuals from the past seasons they were on.
Especially to this, because a lot of them lie about their finances. They're not all rich. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. They need that money. A lot of them, they need that money. And so you give it to your scripted writers. Why not give it to your reality TV stars who are taking over? There was a time where I stopped watching scripted TV and only started watching reality TV. We need to put the real back into reality, and they deserve their money. They deserve it. I just feel that way. And you wouldn't have people like Lisa Rinna. I don't mean to out you, but everybody knows that you're having money problems. Or even Nene, who had to close her restaurant because you're not on the show. You should be getting residuals. This is how I feel about it. So All right, Denzel. Thank you so much for calling in. You're
Thank you.
sweetheart.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Thank you. And y'all have a blessed day. Talk to y'all later.
Okay.
All right. I had to go over. I'm sorry. I just wanted to hear what the people think. And, it's now or never. Thank you, Bethenny Frankel, for stepping in and doing it. Nobody wanted to do it. You're doing it. I appreciate you for that. Are you perfect? No. But what you're doing is brave and considerate, and it's going to help everybody. It's not about me. It's about we.
Right.
Last
No, I
words,
agree.
Terry?
No,
We
I
out?
agree. I mean, just to address the Bethenny Frankel thing, whether you like her or dislike her, when you see a person doing good in life, if you've seen a child in danger and some criminal or whatever, the worst person you could think about saved that child, would it have mattered? Like, who saved him?
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, guys. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I'm simply out of time. I want to thank everyone for super chat. You don't have to support the channel, and you do. And a special thanks to my Schmoopy. Thank you, Schmoopy, for your super chats. All right. On three, Perry, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.